Her name was Amanda. She was 15 when she first met him, though she told people later she was 16. It sounded better, less like something stolen. He was 21, confident, already shaped by the world. He knew how to speak softly when others were listening and firmly when they weren't. He noticed how she lowered her eyes when spoken to. He mistook it for obedience. She mistook his attention for love. The marriage was rushed. No white dress, no celebration, just signatures, whispers, and a promise she did not fully understand. Her mother cried quietly that night, though no one asked why. The first time he struck her, it was over salt. Too much, he said. The second time, it was because she answered too slowly. By the third year, she no longer kept count. Bruises became part of her wardrobe, hidden beneath sleeves in summer heat. Apologies became routine. So did silence. He always said it was her fault, that she pushed him, that she made him angry, and she began to believe it. Children came quickly, 5 in total, 3 boys, 2 girls. She carried them in a body that was already tired. Each pregnancy left her thinner, quieter. The children learned early how to read the house, the way doors shut, the way dishes were placed on the table, the way their mother's shoulders rose toward her ears when he entered the room. They heard things children should not hear. They saw things children should not see. Sometimes, after he was done shouting, she would sit on the kitchen floor long after midnight, her back against the cabinets, staring at nothing. The tile was always cold. She preferred it that way. It reminded her she could still feel something. She cried without sound. She stopped looking in mirrors around the age of 30. By 40, her laughter had disappeared entirely. He grew harsher with age, bitterness carved into him like stone. The boys tried to stand taller. The girls tried to stay invisible. But nothing softened him. Neighbors heard arguments. They never intervened. Relatives suspected. They never asked. Lila aged quickly. 52 found her with trembling hands and a heart worn thin from fear. She had never learned to rest. Even sickness did not excuse her from cooking, cleaning, serving. That final evening was ordinary. Soup simmered. Oil popped in a pan. The air smelled of onions and fatigue. He had been shouting earlier, something about money, something about disrespect, something that didn't matter. Her ears were still ringing from it. Her chest tightened, but she ignored it. She always ignored pain. The room began to tilt. She reached for the counter, but her hand slipped on spilled water. Her head struck the edge of the cabinet before she hit the tile. The sound was sharp, like porcelain breaking. The pot overturned. Soup spread across the floor, mixing with something darker. The stove flame burned unattended. It was her youngest daughter who found her. By the time help came, her heart had already given out, years of strain collapsing into one final silent surrender. At the funeral, he wept loudly, spoke of devotion, of how hard she worked, of how fragile her health had always been. No one challenged him. Her children stood together, stiff and hollow. They did not cry the way he did. Their grief was quieter, angrier. The kitchen was scrubbed clean within days, the stain removed, the cabinets repaired. Life continued. But something else continued too. Her eldest son carried his father's temper in his jaw. Her second son clenched his fists when frustrated. Her daughters feared kindness from men, suspicious of gentleness. Lila left no diary, no letters, no recorded proof of what she endured, only memories. And sometimes, late at night, when the house was silent, her children swore they could still hear it, the sound of porcelain breaking. If you want, I can make it even more psychologically intense, add more detailed character development.